So we have 2 failed quests. How was I supposed... Okay. Despite the resounding hum of the tech priest's word of prayer, the bridge feels unusually quiet. All sounds sink into the vicious silence like pebbles sinking into the water. Svinto, my tech comrades, has spent a assigned number of cycles in the prayer and vigil. Everything is prepared for the complementary ritual of cleansing. Its commencement will require an authorization key in the form of the blood of von Valancius. If you're ready, place your hand into the Cyber Gargoyle's receiving module. I am ready. The familiar cold metal burns your palm. This time, however, the servitor's jaw, instead of brutally clapping down on your hand, merely squeezes it slightly. You feel a thin rivulet of hot blood beginning where the metal fang have pierced your skin. Screeches and growls slowly rise from the bowels of the massive cognitator, as if a great beast is stirring awake. The vid screens in front of you flicker restlessly. Key accepted. Activating purgation protocols. Purgation. Suddenly, the vicious silence of the bridge rushes towards you and wraps you in a tight cocoon. The glow of the vid screen dims, but the symbols on them flare to life. Put your hand in the servitor's mouth. As soon as the thought of pulling your hand out crosses your mind, the servitor's jaw clenches with all their frightening might. Pain shoots through your brain like a white-hot needle. Svinto, nota. Pascal's voice cuts off abruptly. He brings a hand to his Vox communicator in surprise. Nomos. Hello. Hello to you too. Nomos are glad to be speaking. Nomos are here. Nomos have long been here. Why are we here? What are you? Nomos, we are Nomos. Pascal uses his hand and mechadendrites to gesture at his silent vox system. Are you a machine spirit? Nomos do not know. Nomos do not know themselves. What do you want from us, Nomos? Are you friend or foe? The vid screen blinks in thought, signifying a pause in the conversation. Then one of them displays Nomos von Valancius. We are your blood. Nomos are a sentinel. We awoke when the strange light invaded the ship. We protected you when you needed help. We escorted you when you were surrounded by danger. Nomos are movement. We carry you through the frightening, the waiting, the measureless. We helped when our ailing heart was refusing to awake. You called us a hallowed spirit and asked us to guard you against your doom. We did everything to please you. Why? The silence on the bridge grows especially deep, almost painful. The haze of light around you thickens to the point of becoming practically tangible. Numbers ripple across all vidscreens at once. Why do you fear us now? I do not fear you. I am trying to understand you. Shivers run up your hand, which is still trapped inside the cyber gargoyle's jaws. The servitor nods its head a few times, as if it's shaking your hand. Its teeth rake your already wounded flesh. Oh, nice. Nomos are glad. Nomos enjoy understanding too. Pascal, who is still wrestling with his silent vox system, quickly taps the cognitator's key and directs your attention to the smallest vidscreen. It reads, requesting instructions, option 1. Finish the complementa ritual, will ban the entity Nomos. Option 2. Stop the ritual, initiating communion instead. Will appease the entity Nomos. So it doesn't seem bad, it has helped us, so we will keep it. No, Nomos do not want to be banished. Nomos want to help. Nomos want to understand. Let's start by clearing certain things up. Were you the one responsible for the ship's malfunctions? And what was the strange entities in the ship's log? That we could talk about. Pascal, what is your take on this? What else can you do? Okay, let's start by clearing certain things up. Yes, Nomos did that. Are you angry? We only wanted to understand, to see how things worked. Okay, so it's didn't understand, it was just trying stuff out. What else can you do? Nomos learn. Nomos try new things. Do you want to see? The cyber gargoyle slowly turns its head, dragging your hand along with it. The skull's eyes flash red. The scarlet gaze fall upon one of the monotonously chanting junior technomats. You blink, and an electric discharge erupts from inside the technomat's skull. The crimson-clad figure slumps to the floor. Does it please you? Do you want us to do it again? So it attacked our technomat. Pascal starts tapping out a furious staccato on the keys. The small vidscreen displays the word Svinto. You are provoking the machine spirit. Cessation required. Ritual maintenance required. At least we know it's a machine spirit. Nomos enjoy communication. Svinto is our blood. Heretical do it again. Dogmatic. In the name of the Emperor and by the will of rogue trader von Valencia, I order you to stop. On this ship, none but I and the Imperial laws can dictate who lives and who dies. We go, Iconoclasts. Stop it. That's enough. Those are living people. How can you kill them like that without a rhyme or reason? The cyber gargoyle tilts its head to one side like it's surprised. We stop their functions. Do you not turn machines off sometimes? We do not know how to turn human back on. Not yet. But after enough experiments we will. We are always learning new things. Scary. So it's almost like a child, almost. Pascal, what is your take on this? Is this entity a benevolent machine spirit or a monster? Pascal hesitates again. You notice his hand shakes as he types. Unclear, data insufficient. The possibilities are two. He stops, erases the word as he about to type, then frowns. When Pascal starts typing again, a strange expression appears on his face. Understanding the essence of the entity Nomos is beyond my reach as present. The hypothesis spectrum range from the extreme of abominable intelligence to the extreme of the great spirit of the Omniscience Apostle. The rite of tech communion appears to be a reasonable solution. The rite will take many cycles, but it will allow me to come closer to identifying the entity and making contact with it. Okay, we'll keep it. I heard enough, Pascal. You are to investigate the nature of this entity. Until we know the truth, Nomos is allowed to exist on the ship. Nomos wants to learn what we are too. We will add things to your log, things that might help us, help you. The incident. The Von Valencia's flagship and its master helmsman Ravor are okay, we have a bunch of quest updates here. Talk to the officers, talk to Abelard. We just have to talk with everyone apparently. The decision is made. I will begin my preparations for the communion right at once. Many cycles of interaction with the entity Nomos await me, but I welcome this task and accept it from the Omniscience. Pascal stops short as he realizes that his Vox system is working once more. Nomos are glad, Svinto. Will you speak with us too? We want you to speak with us too. The Lord Captain's body lacked the sacred implants necessary for tech communion with the Machine Spirit's code. But if such is your wish, Svinto can converse with you using lowly sound speech as he is doing right now. I will speak with you, Nomos. Nomos are glad. We have been lonely. Our work here is done, Svinto. I will let my tech comrades know what we are stopping. I will let my tech comrades know that we are stopping the Complementa ritual. Thank you for appearing before us, Entity Nomos. So that's pretty cool. I only heard about the machine spirit, but that's my prior knowledge was that it was like some weird make-believe stuff, which apparently wasn't true. Hello, Nomos, welcome your visit. What have you been doing, Nomos? We have been studying and observing and helping the ship when we can. So many mechanisms. They would have suffered without our input. What about the research notes on the tech blight that we obtain from the catch on Kiavagama? This name is also known to us. It is related to Nomos, although we do not understand how. I must take my leave. The cyber gargoyle's gaze tracks you as you walk away from the cognitator. Okay, so a new friend, our ship, bridge officer, let's talk with him. The vessel stands ready, your lordship. Captain, Ablord.
Lord Captain.
Let's see here. Do the words epitapt, incident N87204, or the tech blight mean anything to you? They are connected to the Theodora somehow.
No, definitely not. No, I don't recall anything like that.
That actually sounds like he's lying.
Lord Captain.
Ballard gives you a regulation salute. Okay, that was weird. Let's talk to this guy. Can you recall anything unusual about Theodora's travel? Do the words epitapt, incident N87204, or tech blight ring a bell? All of Lady Theodora's journeys could be considered unusual. Her odysseys were always audacious. As for the words you mentioned, none of them sound familiar to me as far as I can tell. Except maybe the incident. I recall coming across this word in transmissions several times. I think it was repeated by the former engineer, the one who perished during Conrad Vogtvir's uprising. He was describing it as the incident. Something quite remarkable. Apparently at some point in the past, the entire ship was hit by a massive system failure. All systems stopped responding from 1/5 of a second. Most of the crew, including myself, as I was likely on board at the time, did not notice anything strange, but the tech priests are sensitive to such things. All I can tell you, Lord Captain, I wish I could help more. That will be all for now. I live to serve, Lord Captain. Okay, we talk to that guy. Let's talk with everybody. Cassia?
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations. I have enjoyed your company.
So she wasn't on board on the ship before us.
Lord Captain, your presence is welcome. And I wish to apologize for my prior coldness. After our first meeting, I was concerned that you would turn out to be another faithless offshoot of the von Valancius dynasty, like the traitor Conrad. But now I see before me a worthy leader and servant of the Imperium. I am glad to accompany you in your endeavors.
Cool, cool. Okay, let's see if she has something to say. Tell me about... Are you sure to tell me about yourself? I would like to discuss Salis Prime and the relic that you want to find.
Of course. My mission is all I can think about.
Tell me about Saint Argenta, whose relic you are searching for.
Gladly. Listen. Long ago, there was a blessed world. Thousands of stars covered the sky there, so bright that its denizens hardly knew the darkness of night. Thousands of rivers nurtured the soil. Thousands of gardens bloomed every spring, and at every moment, thousands of prayers were flying into the clear air, thanking and praising the Emperor. But one day, the people learned the meaning of darkness. Like a storm, accursed heretics who had sold themselves to the archenemy descended upon the planet. Shells flew from the sky that desolated whole cities and burned the gardens and filled the riverbeds with the blood of the faithful. Smoke and soot swallowed the skies and the 1,000 stars that had once shone over the world. Among the handful of survivors was one orphan who had watched all her family die, and the garden she'd grown up in burned to ash. But in her heart, she knew the absolute truth. Just these 3 words. The Emperor protects. And knowing that, she never looked away from the black, terrifying, smoke-covered sky. There were no more bright stars to be seen, except for one. The one star. The bright star. The silver star shone in the sky. And when the orphan smiled at it, the one star fell right into her hands. All the faithful in every corner of the continent who saw the trail of the falling star recognized it as an omen and went looking for the place where it landed. And they rallied together. And with the light of the one star, they found their salvation.
So what is this one star?
If I only knew. Neither the hagiography nor the legends give a straight answer. Classical iconographers believed that the star turned into a banner woven from silver thread, which, when brought onto the battlefield, would shed light that blinded only heretics, but did no harm to the faithful. Most of them portrayed Saint Argenta as a girl carrying this banner.
Okay.
Others think that upon falling from the sky, the one star became a holy chainsword, which Argenta later used to strike down monsters and enemies of the Imperium. In some of the earlier engravings, Argenta is depicted wearing power armor with a silver star on her chest. One theological theory suggests that this armor was, in fact, the relic. Some even think that the one star is actually the ship on which Argenta traveled. I feel that my undertaking will be fulfilled when I find the answer that has eluded the Ecclesiarchy for millennia. I pray we find the way to Salis Prime soon. The ruinous powers must be aligned against us. They stand in the way of faith. One day we will reach Salis Prime and stand before the gates of Saint Argenta's ship. I know it. I believe.
Alright. I think we visit all the star systems, so I don't know how that's gonna happen, but... thank you. Okay. So we at least got an update on whatever she's up to. Let's talk with Hendrix.
To what do I owe this visit?
No new conversations with him. So that was bridge officer. Let's see if we have someone else. Jay, maybe?
May the Exalted One protect you. Have you grown bored without our little talk, Shireen?
Let's see here. Did you know Theodora von Valancius, my predecessor?
It is difficult not to be aware of the powers that be, especially ones like Lord Captain Theodora. But we never met personally, as the difference between our positions was far too great. Theodora was a mighty ruler, the center of her own universe, and I, a pathetic speck, was nothing next to her. But you were kind to me, Shireen, and in my eyes, that puts you above your esteemed aunt, or whoever she was to you.
You must forgive my prying, but has the esteemed princess's heart been claimed by some lucky fellow? Oh, we're making a move. Or we... Let's make a move on her.
Or lucky lady, you mean? My heart has been coveted by proud men with hard eyes, gentle maidens with sensual voices, imperious lords and fierce leaders of void brigands. Only rogue traders have not yet featured among Jai Hedari's intimate friends. Why do you ask, Shireen?
I enjoy being with you. I would like us to spend more time together. Perhaps I shall grant you the highest honor of serving as my nightly delight. That's, yeah, that's a bit forward. Let's go with the mellow one. I enjoy being with you.
Oh, Shireen. With a few words, you have managed to make my heart flutter like a songbird caught in the snare of a skilled hunter. You enjoy being with me. Perhaps you even find me... amusing? Every girl dreams of hearing that she will make a fine toy and a worthy diversion.
Injects just enough sarcasm into her voice for you to notice, and just enough playful irony into the inciting curve of her smile. I don't know. Going with the I just like you might be too mellow for her. Should we do killing rivals?
Oh, you ruthless, cruel creature. Would you really kill a person purely out of jealousy? Or 2 or 3 people? Rogue traders are a fearsome breed. My heart trembles to witness it. How fortunate then that you will not have to spill the blood of any love-sick innocent. for none has any rightful claim on me. They all languish in their passion at a respectful distance, mourning and cursing their cruel fate.